Hello, in this video we will discuss about the urinary system. So the basically urinary systems contain a pair of kidney, which that is the one kidney is upper as compared to the another second one, which that is basically the uh, left side is upper part while the down. So here is the human which contain a urinary system, which that's contain here is the supply of the blood due to the descending aorta, while the deoxygenated blood is absorbed from the inferior vena cava. So on the other hand, the upper part is known as the adrenal gland, and here is the celiac trunk, which that is celiac artery provide the oxygenated blood to another organ. So here is the inferior vena cava, and on the other hand, the two adrenal gland are lie on the upper part of the kidney, which that is regulate the blood pressure, as well as there are many function is the endocrinally. We will not discuss in this video. So here is the superior mesenteric artery, which that is here, which that is used for the absorption, provide the oxygenated blood to the digestive system, while the descending aorta here, and here is the bladder, which that is store the urine, and ureter is provide the urine into the bladder, and urethra is opening part. So that is the overview. So let's begin to understand the cross section of the kidney, which that is whole detail we will discuss anatomically aspect. So here is the ureter, and that is the here is the pyramid. These pyramids is also known as the medulla, while on the other hand the upper part is the capsule, and below the capsule and between the medulla and capsule that is known as the cortex. And here is the yellow color shows that the renal nerve, and here is the basically cortical blood vessel. So here is the recta blood vessel, and here is the medulla, and here is the cortex. Basically here is the basically renal column, and that is the capsule, as well as here is the pyramid. It is known as the pyramid, and here is the papilla. Papilla is provide the collecting duct and major calyx and minor calyx. Minor calyx release the urine after the filtration, and major calyx collect. After the major calyx, the renal pelvis will be allowed to enter into the renal pelvis, and after the renal pelvis, the urine will move into the ureter and ultimately go into the bladder. So that was the basically is the structure of the kidney. So let's begin to understand with a cross section to understand the nephron, where the nephron is present. And nephron is the basically is the excretory unit of the kidney for excretion. So the whole is known as the excretory unit of the kidney. So basically is the 1 million in single kidney contain a nephron. So this nephron is the excretory system. Basically here is the glomerulus, and here is the collecting duct, which that is contain a many nephron. One collecting duct contain a many nephron, which that is open into the papilla. So this is the efferent arteriole, which that is carry the blood toward the glomerulus, and it contain a specific pressure, and this pressure will allow to diffusion into the Bowman capsule. And efferent arteriole, which that is used for the reabsorption from the loop of Henle, and proximal convoluted tubule and the distal convoluted tubule. So here is the blood circulation is from the nephron. We can understand here is the heart, and it means that oxygenated blood move toward the nephron. So here you can see from here, and descending aorta basically is not here. So basically, and it move away from the heart, while the deoxygenated blood after the filtration move toward the inferior vena cava to the blood. So it means the heart circulatory system is continuously movement of the blood, and throughout the body will be filtration throughout the body. So here is the we will discuss about the just nephron. So the nephron is the 1 million in a single kidney contain a nephron. that is known as the excretory unit. So here is the efferent arterioles. It is moved toward the glomerulus and it is cause filtration due to the glomerulus by the pressure, blood pressure. We will discuss in the next video to understand the blood pressure and the filtration mechanism. So here is the away from the glomerulus, that is the arteriole is known as the efferent arterioles. And this efferent arteriole is used for the reabsorption, and this reabsorption from the proximal convoluted tubule toward the loop of Henle and descending loop of Henle, ascending and distal convoluted tubule. It means that this efferent arteriole is wrapping around the whole nephron for the reabsorption. So here is the collecting duct, which that is open into the papilla and pelvis. Basically is the major calyx to minor calyx, and the pelvis basically open into the pelvis, so you should remember about that, and open into the ureter. And here is the reabsorption we will discuss first. So the different region of the nephron used for the different reabsorption of the mineral and ion. So number one is the proximal convoluted tubule, which that absorbs sodium, chloride, ion, potassium, calcium and glucose, amino acids, urea and water. So on the other hand, here is the reabsorption, and after the going into the loop of Henle, so ascending and descending loop of Henle which absorb water, and the beginning of the distal convoluted tubule is reabsorb the sodium chloride and potassium, while on the other hand the absorption from the blood circulation to inside of the nephron in the distal convoluted tubule is the potassium and hydrogen ion, while on the other hand end of the distal convoluted tubule reabsorb the hydrogen bicarbonate as well as the sodium chloride and potassium as well as the calcium and magnesium. And collecting ducts contain sodium chloride, urea and water. So after this reabsorption, the concentrated urine will be formed. This concentrated urine still 95% water containing urine. Now we will discuss about the content of urine. The urine contain urea, because urea will require less water than ammonia. So the ammonia convert into the urea. Urea cycle occurs in liver from ammonia, and albumin, WBC, RBC break down cell content and 90% water. And the minor quantity of uric acid also, and ammonia, and minor quantity of glucose, sodium and waste as well as other metabolites. So that was the urinary system overview. Next video we will discuss about the mechanism of reabsorption from the nephron, as well as we will also learn about the blood pressure, which that is create the filtration. So into the glomerular pressure we will discuss, and the filtration mechanism. So I hope you make sense about this video. So next video you should wait.